Good evening. 4 players have already booked their berths for the quarter-final of this year's Betfred World Snooker Championship. They're Mark Williams, Mark Selby, Marco Fu and Alan McManus.
Today, second round action continued, and we start our highlights with the match many predicted as the tie of the round.
Well, after their morning session, it was the world number 17, Ding, who held a 6-2 advantage. But Judd won the first this evening to trail by 3, and when we join him in frame 10, it's Ding leading 54-29 with just the colours remaining.
Oh, he's left this, has he? And what's worse, the way he's left it, in potting the yellow, Judd may be able to bring the black away from the cushion.
Well, you have to say, John, that really was a terrible shot.
Don't sacrifice the pot for the cannon. But from our commentary position, it looks as though it's on. Don't want to hit this too hard. Well, if you can't bring the black out, just pot the yellow and get good on the green. And he just didn't have the angle.
2.
But he's got an angle on this green to get on the brown. The black, of course, will be the big problem ball. There was a few frames in the first session we were saying that could have gone either way. One that Ding Junhui stole. The 5th frame. Can Judd Trump steal this? It's made a little bit harder now. Wrong side of the blue. And of course that black for a left-hander on the wrong side of the table. He'll be getting concerned. He's had every chance. How many chances has he had? 4 at least.
I just think that Ding's played the wrong shot a couple of times, John. He had the chance to put Judd in lots of trouble.
14.
Rolling the green tight onto the baulk cushion and snookering in behind the brown. Instead of that, he chose to take a very difficult and very missable brown on, and then he chose to not play the cross-table double on the yellow when he could have got a good safety shot, and if the yellow had gone in, it would have been a frame winner and he would have been on the green. So for me, he's just played a couple of wrong shots out there.
Well, for me, Judd played the wrong shot there. I mean, I'd have been potting the blue and trying to get perfect position on the pink, not trying to bring the black into play. OK, he's on the pink, but he can't get close to the black. Where's the pink ball going? In the pocket. Well, he had a bit of bad luck early in the frame, but that was a bit of good luck there. He even gets a right smile from Ding. How did that go across the table? Now, can he get this black safe? Can he pot it? Can he pot it? Ooh!
Judd Trump, 20.
Well, he must have played that pink, John, because he didn't apologise for it.
All on the black. Can't beat a black ball. Shootout at the Crucible. Played that well. That's the shot that one of the players play nowadays.
I think Judd will play the cocked hat here, John.
There's always a chance that this could go into the left middle, but what he needs to do is also get a good cue ball.
Yep. Top spin. Side cushion, black cushion, side cushion, and in the middle. He's looking at it.
Oh, he's not hit this well. That's the big problem with Judd for me, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Why do you hit them so hard?
Thank you. Settle down, please.
Just lose complete control. And this black will give Ding Junhui a 4-frame advantage again, and this is his 5th chance to win this frame. Can he make this one? He can. He can, and he'll go back to the dressing room very, very relieved. Judd Trump, well, he had a bit of bad luck early on, but he didn't take advantage of his luck late on. And whereas we were, Ding Junhui, after 2 frames of this second session, still leads by 7 frames to 3.
So into the next frame, it's Ding at the table, already on a break of 32.
Too thin, much too thin.
Ding Junhui, 32.
This frame and one more before the mid-session interval. Big frames for Judd Trump, they are. Poor positional shot. Ding played there. Another terrific pot, but you see once again, hits it much too hard. I think he's just about on the brown, luckily.
Another fantastic pot from Judd. That was a very difficult pot, and he knocked it in as if it was over the pocket. Incredible cueing. Well, that one wiped its feet, used all of the pocket, and that's a wonderful positional shot.
5.
Well, the fact that he's given this a bit of thought tells me that he's not happy with the angle on this red. Should he hold for the black or go up for blue or the pink? Decided to play for the black, but he needs to slow up. Just about.
6.
Play that with a touch of right-hand side just to check the cue ball. He didn't want to be straight on this black, and he's not.
Yep.
Just about got there.
13.
Got to take these chances now as Judd. He's got to stay with Ding Junhui. Every top player I've ever seen that once they get in front, they're very hard to stop.
14.
They don't look behind for dangers, they just look for the winning line. Purposely played that cannon. He's got the red to the right middle, so
21.
no problem. Yeah, decided he couldn't guarantee to get good position on
22.
pink or blue, so went up for a bought colour. Thought that was the safest bet. Just got to judge the screw back shot right though. Overdone it. And you were mentioning early on, Peter, about his timing. And he's got so much cue power, but when his timing's out, he overscrews a lot of balls for me. Good pot to recover.
25.
But you can't keep recovering.
Just finished it straight on this blue. Forced an angle with a hard stun shot, played it very well.
30.
And scores
31.
so quickly when he's playing well. The frames can be over in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I'm not certain about the availability of these 3 reds. Well, we can see that the bottom one of the 3 pots, so no need to play any cannons here, because when he pots that
38.
red eventually into the right corner, he'll release the other 2.
39.
Straighter on this pink would have been better, but If he can't hold for one of the three reds, he's always got the red in the baulk end. But he'd like to play for the bottom one of the three reds to the right corner now. But can he play it off the pink? Decided he could. And as I say, in potting
45.
this red, it releases the other two.
$46.
This time, inch perfect on the blue. Well, he's taken these very well. He's run out of position a few times, but
51.
he's pulled out good pots to keep it going, as you usually expect from Judd.
52.
This pink to go 26 points in front, so he's still going to need the two remaining reds. Looks a formality, but let's not take anything for granted. We've seen so many twists and turns
58.
in matches so far in this Betfred World Championship.
59.
And if he's straight on the blue, that's not the best shot. Okay, he can find the gap between the green and brown, but he should have had a better angle than this. Just the blue and the red required. So 32 ahead, 35 remaining. Pot this red, go
64.
33 in front with just 27 remaining. And it
65.
goes. Needs to be on a colour to clinch the frame, but he didn't. He's now in a situation where his opponent needs two snookers. But he should have been on the colour there.
Blue ball.
Well, good pot on the blue. So that means that Ding Junhui will not be getting back to the table.
70.
Well, 38
Trump,
points in
70.
front, 27 remaining. That equates to 3 snookers required.
And he didn't get them. So Ding won the next 2 frames to lead 9-4 before Trump came back to take frame 14. We're going to pick them up in the 15th, and it's Trump on a break of 46.
Well, it was a
Trump.
poor positional shot off the black.
46.
If he was playing for the top one, he should have been further up the table. He had a perfect
Settle
angle
down,
on the
please.
black. No excuse for not being on it. So Ding Junhui, chance to get right back in the frame. Win at this visit? Highly unlikely. Purposely played cushion first.
1.
The left-hand red of the 3 is definitely potable to the left corner pocket.
He'd like to flick the extreme right-hand red if he could. Played it perfectly.
Eight.
The yellow's going to be the big problem ball if he's any idea of winning at this visit.
Nine. Okay. 14.
Glance at the scoreboard, 23 points behind. 51 remaining, so plenty of points to play with.
$15.
But the yellow could be the big stumbling block here.
$22. $23.
So now will we roll the black in, leave an angle on this red to pot it and try and cannon the yellow away from the cushion? No. He'll be trying to leave an angle on the black to cannon the yellow.
30.
I think it would have been worth Ding taking the chance, as you suggested there, John, because if he could have played the cannon...
Well, he's
From
played up
31.
for the pink. Has he got the angle on the pink? He hasn't.
Well, that's another reason why perhaps he should have taken the chance earlier, as you suggested, because if he could have played the cannon on the yellow previously, he would have been on the pink into the green pocket. That's a great effort. What a shot that is!
He's just managed to make the angle.
37.
Just managed to force the angle to disturb the yellow. And now you've just got to think
39.
he's odds on to win this frame. Look too straight, forced it over. You can do that on these super fine cloths. Caught the cushion first and just flick the yellow to perfection. And this will really
42.
hurt Judd Trump, who had a great opportunity, but he's really struggled this evening.
46.
And it just shows you Ding Junhui, who's been struggling the same as Judd Trump all evening, but now just needs this blue. And he'll be 14 points in front with 13 remaining.
51.
And he's dug deep to make this break. It's a good performance from Ding Junhui. Missed the pink. One snooker
Junhui,
needed.
51.
But if Judd doesn't get that one snooker, Ding Junhui will have a 5-frame advantage. Got the snooker. Could have done with that pink coming a little way away from the side cushion. Then there'd have been room round it, but you wouldn't expect Ding Junhui to miss this. Just coming off the baulk cushion. Plenty of margin for error here. Like it's an easy swerve. Oh, well, is there any easy swerves? Judd Trump is back in the frame.
Judd Trump 6.
He's back in the frame.
I was just going to say, John, what a clever shot that was from Judd Trump to lay the snooker, meaning that Ding had to swerve around the black. He just played it with too much pace, and the swerve didn't take effect in time.
No. Now Judd Trump is thinking long and hard. Long and hard. Obviously a miss not called because there was no snookers required now. Does he want to take this pink on with pace to try and come in and out of baulk, back for the black? could put Ding Junhui back into play, but he might play that shot. Can he trust himself to play a good safety? What a decision to have to make. Ding Junhui, it's out of his hands now. Do you go for the cut? Do you play safe? Do you put your opponent back in? He's going for the cut. He's got to get it. Needs a rattle of the jaws, but the pink has gone over the corner anyway. How many chances is he going to give to Ding Junhui this evening? And here's another one wrapped up, and in it goes. So Ding Junhui will be mighty relieved. Judd Trump needed a snooker. In the end, he got it. But once again, he's missed a vital ball. And Ding Junhui is 5 frames clear, 1 to play. This evening, he leads 10-5.
So, into a very important last frame of the session. It's Ding Junhui at the table. He's 4 points behind with 1 red remaining.
Well, I'm not so sure about playing it that way, John.
Well, he's played it all wrong now. Here's a chance for Judd Trump to win the final frame of this session and go into the final session tomorrow just 4 frames behind. Every chance now that he will do. It needs to run to be nicely on the brown. Just about on it. So that brown puts him 9 points in front. Oh, and he's got a bit of a bounce, but with him being left-handed, it won't be too much of a problem.
5.
He needs up to and including the blue to win the frame.
I just can't believe the shot that Ding's played on the red there, because it was a straightforward shot to play side cushion, and put the red into the middle of the bulk cushion, and with a chance of getting the white behind the blue. So, you know, for me, as I mentioned a couple of frames ago, Ding was really starting to look tired and fatigued, and I think that was an example of him just not thinking clearly.
Well, he struggled all evening, and worst way, he's going to come out. Well, it looks certain
14.
now he's going to come out with a 4-frame advantage. Excellent positional shot from Judd. But it's wearing when you're getting lots and lots of chance of not taking him. And I would think Ding Junhui will be delighted to have that 4-frame advantage. Judd Trump, well, he's still hanging on in there. And that's the end of the session. Judd Trump had opportunities to make it a lot closer. Ding Junhui will be very happy to still have a 4-frame advantage the way he's played. It's all to play for tomorrow. Ding's still a big favourite, but Judd Trump could come back and be a juddernaut. He'll have to be. 10-6, Ding Junhui.
Well, what a funny session that was, Steve. It could have been any score.
Yeah, neither player played well. I think Judd Trump will be disappointed with some of his shot selections, possibly. And Ding Junhui, even though he didn't play at his best, perhaps he can be the better and pleased of the two, because at least he got 4 all, even though he wasn't playing well.
Well, Marco Fu is in the bottom half of the draw, awaiting the winner of Ronnie O'Sullivan and Barry Hawkins.
Barry Hawkins was leading 5-3 after their first session, and they resumed this afternoon.
The second session is always the big one in my eyes. And he has missed it. Now, is he going to leave a free ball?
Barry Hawkins.
Probably is. Free ball. New favourite for the frame. What a turnaround. Ronnie will be wondering how he's lost that one. He's 3 behind. Barry Hawkins, 6-3. And now he's close to 2 again. Still 6-4, Barry Hawkins. Wonderful, wonderful visit.
61.
Very positive from Barry Hawkins. 8-5 now, Barry Hawkins. He's reduced his arrears to 1, with 1 more frame to play in this session.
Stood up to everything that Ronnie's thrown at him this afternoon.
Barry
Ronnie will shake his hand and say, well played. Barry Hawkins will be very pleased. They will take a 2-frame advantage in that important third session. Can't wait for that.
And the final session of that match resumes at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
And in the top half of the draw, it was John Higgins, the 4-times world champion, who held a 5-3 advantage over Ricky Walden going into this afternoon session.
So John Higgins breaks off in this second session of the second round match. Excellent shot. John Higgins leads Ricky Walden by 6 frames to 3.
Great shot. A fantastic break of 90 from John Higgins, and he extends his lead. It's now 7-3 to the Scot.
Oh, it's fabulous. Well, maybe just that blue was just giving him that bit of confidence now.
Brilliant frame of snooker from Ricky Walden, but he trails John Higgins by 7 frames to 5.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful shot.
Really is a very good shot.
John Higgins extends his lead now to 9 frames to 5.
Good pop.
And he's closed the gap now. It's still John Higgins who leads. Yeah, nicely played.
And Ricky puts his hand out to John, and once again the master tactician that is John Higgins wins that session, and he leads by 10 frames to 6. Many people tipped Mark Allen to go far in this year's tournament, but it was the 24-year-old from Kettering who raced into a 7-1 lead this morning. But Allen won the first 3 this evening, and we're going to pick them up in frame 12. It's Wilson at the table, leading 7-6.
One.
He struck that one nicely. That'll give him a bit of confidence.
Four. Nine.
No table time at all this evening. Another good pot, but not quite hard enough.
10.
This is what happens when you have no table time. Things don't go quite right. He's itching to play the blue.
Green ball.
Oh, he's going to go. Try and pot the green. Not sure about that one, Cohen. Don't push the boat out too much, my friend.
Wilson, 10. One.
a little bit of noise coming from the end of frame on the other table. We heard Jan Haas' voice there saying quiet as possible. Sometimes that can put the player off more than the crowd moving. But he's in the balls now, and the reds are a lot better because the green cleared into those reds that are awkward. Now getting the green away from those reds at this end of the table makes this a frame and an opportunity.
11.
Won't be too worried about getting the black back onto its spot just yet. Can probably play for the pink for a couple of shots. He gets rid of the reds that are just below the black. Come a little bit further away from the pink than I thought he would. That's the reason he's having to take the black this time, because he can get good position.
He does like a pot when he gets going, Mark Allen. He's an exceptional potter. He plays with a very short backswing. And there's such a contrast between himself and his opponent, Kyron Wilson, who plays with a long backswing. There's nothing wrong with either of them, but I mean, it's strange to see it on the same table. You know, and both are excellent players, obviously. Mark's had a little bit more success than Kyron, but that's to date. I think Kyron Wilson's going to push through into the top 16 and
27.
Go on from there by the look of it. They've got all the tools. Another kick there, but he was
28.
lucky enough it didn't go too straight this time.
Doesn't appear to be a difficult red on the table, the one that's on the left-hand side, obviously with him being a left-hander. He can get onto that quite nicely.
35.
It's just the result he was looking for. Who could have dreamt that from 7-0,
36.
he could win 5 on the trot? It's a reality now.
$43.
Just wonder what's going through that young man's mind. I think the interval has come at the right time for Kyron Wilson now. Should he go on to lose this frame, which looks a probability. We need a few minutes with his coach Barry Stark to say, look, you know, you're still 7-5 in front. You'd have took that at the start of the day.
51. $52. $59.
That puts the frame beyond any doubt. What a scintillating first 4 frames. 122, 103, 60, 66 and counting. With that kind of break building, you win against anybody.
Mark Allen,
Kyron Wilson
66.
going back to take the the interval early,
And the frame.
and Mark Allen has done what he wanted to do, just get back into the game. He was probably happy with 3-1. He'd be delighted with 4-0, but still trails by 7 frames to 5.
Well, Kyron Wilson won frame 13 with a break of 82, then also secured the next frame to gain a 4-frame advantage. We're going to pick the action up in frame 15 with Mark Allen on a 49 break.
Foul. Touch that.
I didn't spot anything. Mark Allen didn't feel anything.
Mark Allen 49. Kyron Wilson 4.
It's a really, really important part of the game. I'd like to see that again. Let's just have a little look.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it did just rock slightly.
Mark,
Did just rock slightly.
Mark, your turn finished now, please.
We'll have another look. And this is it, Terry. I think it's when he brought the cue back, Terry. It just rocked the red slightly when it came back. Not on the way through, on the way back, look, you can see it rock. So definitely a foul, but he's 40 points in front. And what a body blow this would be now if Kieran cleared.
One.
After all that good work that Mark Allen put in there, there's no doubt the red moved.
I've got to be honest, the referee did really well to spot it. I mean, we had to look 3 times in slow-mo to see the red move, and the referee spotted it. I was critical of him the other day with a couple of his decisions, but that was absolutely out of the top drawer, that decision.
Nine.
No, you're never going to get a referee over a period of time that's not going to make mistakes.
$15. 16. $22.
Yeah, it's a shame we've had a little bit of controversy there because Mark Allen felt he didn't play a foul, and of course he'd have been knowing now it'd have been 9-6 and the chance to win the session 6-2 to close to 9-7. He won't be in a great frame of mind playing the final frame of the evening session, that's for sure.
$31. $36.
And he made a bit of a mess of that. Okay, he's on the pink and he can swing the cue ball around the table. 4 or 5 cushions to get on the black. Needs pink and black. Always missable. And the reason he missed that?
Kyron Wilson,
Because of his
36.
disappointment. He's out to snooker. The disappointment about not getting on the pink. And he's gone to that pink and thinking, well, what am I doing here?
What a result that, Terry. Goodness me. That won't make Mark Allen feel any better.
When he's so close to the black, he can't really hit this too hard swerving round unless he misses the pink. And that's what happens, I'm afraid.
Not too sure whether they can screw back directly to get onto the black. May have to go off the baulk cushion, which makes it a lot more difficult with the rest especially. It's not bound to get onto the black nicely. Where's the cue ball going? This is going very close if it lands.
Six.
The black for 10-5 lead. It was a very topsy-turvy frame. Mark Allen made 49. Kieran Wilson made 36 to get back into it. But then he had to pot a brilliant pink and black to pinch the frame, it has to be said. And he leads by 10 frames to 5.
So into the final frame of the session. It's Kieran Wilson at the table. We're down to the colours and he needs a snooker.
He's having a look down the line there to see if he gets a chance to play a swerve. Right going.
Foul. Kieran Wilson 4.
That. I mean, you could try that another million times and he'd never get in off there.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing the way these last two frames have gone. He's had them both won, and it now looks like possibly losing them both. Incredible. Could have easily been 9-7. A clearance for 11-5.
2.
I suppose you could question the pace he played it, but he's got to leave distance between object ball and cue ball with the way he played the yellow. But to get a double kiss and going off in the
5.
middle pocket just can't happen.
Nine.
This has been a remarkable session of snooker. It really has. Mark Allen completely dominated the first 4. Somehow Kieran Wilson has dug so deep with a bit of good fortune has won the next 4. If he pots the last pink and black.
14.
This is slightly more difficult than he wanted, but doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball, just make sure he pots the pink, get out for the long straight black should it go in.
You could just see that.
Kieran Wilson.
I mean, it wasn't, I'd say, a straightforward shot from the blue, but he was screwing back, so he didn't have a lot to do, just get the case right. As he did an earlier frame, he didn't get on the pink on the clearance and missed it, and it's not good Mark Allen.
I don't know whether he can get through to the potting angle. Terry can't, I don't think, but Just shows you how important this frame is. Mark Allen will feel he's still in the game at 10-6. He may feel he may have missed the boat at 11-5.
Well, he hasn't lost his frame yet. He's got to be careful. He's playing cushion first. If he gets too far over with the side, could go in off the pink. I played it well. Played it very well.
Amazing frames these last two frames have been.
Foul and a miss. Karen Wilson 6.
Problem here is, of course, you can't hit the ball too hard. You probably won't get the swerve on, and is it too gentle and the swerve won't take. That's what happened in the first attempt.
Wasn't so important, that's 6 points, but he can't afford to miss it again, because it means that he'll need the black as well. Byron thinks it's cuttable, he'll take it on. He's coming around to look at the potting angle. Doesn't refuse much, this young man.
Well, he'd play this with drag, wouldn't he, and a lot of side spin. Up and down the table, possibly. Raising to cut that,
6.
or aim to cut it a little thicker, and then the side just flicks it in the pocket. Well, a good pink and black, but the score could have been anything tonight. It's been a very, very interesting match so far, but it's Karen Wilson will be the happier of the two. He goes into tomorrow's final session, leading by 11 frames to 5.
So well played to Karen Wilson, but that final frame, Steve, oh, that's a sore one for Mark Allen.
So unlucky for Mark Allen, actually. The in-off in the middle pocket on the yellow, totally unforeseen. It was the difference between him winning the session 5-3, which was what he had to do tonight from 7-1 behind. He's going to have a bad night's sleep, and it's going to be tough to get back from 11-5.
Well, we've got Snooker Extra coming up on BBC One, followed by Crucible Classics.
And tomorrow on BBC Two at 1 o'clock. Please join us when we follow the conclusion of the second round matches.